Welcome to Traveler's Tales. I am your host, Greg Alonzo. Today I will be your guide through history as we take a look at monsters in Greek mythology. Before we begin, just a quick reminder that we post new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, with special editions on Thursdays. Don't forget to hit the little bell icon to be notified each time we post new videos. Moving right along. Mythology tells us one thing, while archaeology tells us another. What monsters were included in Greek mythology? Were any based on actual animals or people? Today we will answer these questions as we take a look at the incredible monsters that inhabited the Greco-Roman world. Let's begin with dragons. The dragons of Greek mythology were serpentine monsters. They also include the serpent-like dracones, the marine-dwelling Satia, and the she-monsters, the Dracaeni. Dragons were powerful creatures that could easily strangle the life out of large animals like elephants. According to Homer, they also had wings and legs. With regard to the dracons, these giant serpents sometimes possessed multiple heads or were able to breathe fire. The Laconian dracon was one of the most fearsome of all of the dracons. In some instances, these mythical creatures could do both, have multiple heads and breathe fire, while in other tales, they spit poison and were usually depicted without wings. What about the Satia? These creatures of the deep were often included in stories where the hero must save a princess from being sacrificed to a sea monster. The Cetus was such a creature that was slain by Perseus in order to rescue Princess Andromeda from certain death. We have also linked one of our earlier videos which covers some of the adventures of Perseus. Another Cetus was known to have plagued Troy until it was slain by Heracles. How was the son of Zeus able to defeat such a powerful monster? The Trojan Cetus fell beneath a barrage of arrows unleashed by Heracles, before a death blow was inflicted by the greatest of the Greek heroes with his mighty club. What about the Dracaeni? Another fabled creature were the Dracaeni. These monsters had the upper body of a beautiful woman and the lower body of a sort of dragon. Echidna was the mother of the monsters, while Ceto was the mother of the sea monsters. Both were famous Dracaeni. The Greeks also spun tales of Dracaeni in place of 2 legs and instead have 1, while others had the tail of a serpent. A few of the more prominent Dracaeni include Sybaris, Scythian Dracaeni, and Scylla. Sybaris lived on a mountain near Delphi. She was known for eating shepherds and passing travelers. What became of this horrible Dracaeni? She met her doom when she was pushed off a cliff by the Greek mythological hero Erebus. From the rocks where the Cerberus lived, she struck her head and sprung a fountain. What of the Scythian Dracaeni? She was the queen of Scythia who stole Graeon's cattle and horses that Heracles had been herding through the region. Once confronted by the legendary hero, the queen agreed to return both the cattle and Heracles' horses only if he mated with her. Mate? The upper half of the queen's body was that of a woman, while the lower half was that of a serpent. Heracles left the land of the Scythians with both Graeon's cattle and his horses. Lastly, we come to Scylla. She was the lover of Poseidon, who was transformed by Circe into a multi-headed monster who fed on sailors from vessels that passed by her sea realm. These are just a few of the monsters from Greek mythology. In future episodes, we will discuss other creatures that brought havoc to the world and misfortune to the Greeks. This brings us to the end of this edition of Monsters in Greek Mythology. Thank you for joining us for this edition of Traveler's Tales. If you enjoyed this video, please consider becoming a channel sponsor. Your support will enable us to continue releasing quality videos, and buying me a coffee always makes my day. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Traveler's Tales. This really is the best way to help our channel grow. Until we meet again at the crossroads of folklore and fact, Kartistos.